Good morning together. Outlook for this week and the FDAX. You can see here the 50-minute chart on the right side. Let me change the color. It's just for the printing. So on the right side you can see the 50-minute chart for the week. Here's the weekly profile. We start with the weekly profile and take a look at, we got the weekly, yes. Take a look at the profile with the low volume nodes. We draw at Friday 12,370 and 250 at the bottom. So you can see here the low volume nodes in the shifting profile, and here the top end of that, and you can see that at the moment we hold that level. On the top we saw 370, and there was also a small low volume node in the top building day in May. So here is the range top and the range bottom, 250 and 370. You can see it if we show the letters in their own boxes. And here you can see we started to break out above 370, and then we fall back. Second service here in the to the 412, and we build a double top, and in the low volume node area of the top building day of May. And here you can see now clearly that we build an extension on the bottom to the low volume node of the past days. And for the weekly profile and the area here, we got a distribution, and at the moment we are going to fall back into the value. Let's take a look at the daily profile. In the daily profile you can see that we got a low volume node last day, Friday, 310, but for me it's not so important because I look at this 3.5 days as one day, because you see there's no shifting in the value. The value is not shifting, we go sideways, and you can see that we have a edge with the 285, 90, 290 here. That's the volume edge at the bottom, and at the top you can see that we have a volume edge here at the 360. So if we fall back below our 290 and building something like this volume here, I'm looking for more shorts, because the possibility is there. We have sideways days, we are texting at the bottom of the range of the last 3 days. You can see in the 50-minute chart that there is a technical rotation point here. You can see it here, that's a point of interest where the participants play longs or shorts, or start longs or shorts. We just hit the 38% of the last initial buy move from the 11,965 to the top 425. And that was the retracement, and the retracement trader pushed the markets back to the top. So we have 3 possibilities for today: short below the 280, range market from 280, 90 to 355, and above 390 there's a possibility to make more upwards volume and take out the highs of the last week. So at the moment, the last sign we got out of last information we got out of the market is that we move to the 38%, and long traders get into the market. So we know that here will be new positions. We know that there could be stops, and yeah, that was the last time. Good. So let's switch to the bond markets for a minute. We got the time. In the bond markets, you can see here in the weekly profile that we are taxing in the mid area, value area here of the last week, from the 72.35 to the 72.00. So, and we rejected the 00 at the bottom here. You can see it in the 15-minute chart, and we get to our target for this move. It's a low volume node here, 35, 37, 36. Above that level, we can move to the next area, 71. You can see that also that move here was a technical value area low, calculated value area low, and we didn't want to get into the previous day, Thursday, range. We rejected that range. That's also that's positive too. Let's take a look at the daily. In the daily, you can see that we got a shift in the value. We dropped from the previous 3-day range into a lower range, and now we hit here the volume edge with a low volume node, and now it's up to the market to show us if he will reject the top value, the higher value, it's too expensive, and if it's too expensive, we go over into a new shift lower. Maybe we get back into that sideways market here. So let's see, we got a low volume node, so below the 200 and let me take a look. Below the, where is the rotation point here? And you see that we got a no man's land here between the 32 and the 42, and the rotation point is here around this or a bit above and below that levels. So we can say that we want to see the bond market here with a long rotation, short rotation below the 32 and above the 43. We got a long rotation, so that we focus the shorts below that level here, 32, and the longs above the 43. If you look at the daily profile on the TPO, you can see it too. You can see that we got here the cut in the profile. Here we move upwards, and you can see that we got the cut to move downwards. So let's check it with the weekly profile again, so that we didn't get the wrong intention here. Yeah. Okay, in the weekly more clearly you can see that we got the rotation point at the 35. 35 is here the rotation point. Upwards, downwards, and that's our focus for today, to focus the long and the short side with the line in the sand, 72.35. Okay, good luck for today.